Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka thank God it's Friday. Yes, thank God it's Friday. Thank God I'm forgiven. Thank God that I'm feeling a little better. Actually, a lot better. I'm almost like at 90%, guys. So I am very thankful for that. Woo! It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. But we back in the stride, and I'm here today with a great show topic. Who could play more, men or women? But I got an extra sweet treat for you guys. My beautiful co-host is joining me. Miss Bernice Smith is in the building, y'all. Good morning, Bernice. Can you hear me, sis?
That's not Bernice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. I can't see because you're right. You're not Bernice.
I'm honored, though. Thank you. Thank you, Lady
Thank you,
D. You
Michelle.
might be my sister from another mister. Yeah, no, I'm at work today, so I thought I'd just pop on and say hi. And I like the topic.
It's the link. But it's look, Michelle Pucciarelli, my other beautiful co-host, my Wednesday girl. You know how they say you
Thank
got a
you.
girl Friday? My Wednesday
Yes,
girl.
I'll be your girl Wednesday.
But thank you,
It's
sweetie.
it's hump
And
day,
Molly,
Althea.
look, Molly's still sending the link to Bernice. Oh, so tell me, Michelle, tell everybody about how the Yes Queen show went yesterday.
Oh my God, Althea. It was so much fun. It was such a great energy. And I didn't embarrass my sister. She actually said she was proud of me yesterday. So that
Okay.
melted my cold heart because generally I embarrass her when we go out.
Did you say you're cold heart, Michelle? You don't
Yeah,
have a
at times it can
cold
be.
nothing.
Well, my hand, my hands are actually icicles that right now. So I go with the cold hands, warm heart theory. So, maybe
Okay.
it's just my ex-husband's opinion of my heart, really.
Well, they don't count. Well, and that's why the topic today is who complain more, the men or the women. So tell the audience, but about last night, it was
It
Yes
was an
Queen event.
Yes Queen. It was put on by a group called Yes Homo. So it
Yes,
was
what?
Yes Homo.
Yes, homo.
So it was an
Okay.
LBGQT friendly event. There were a lot of funny female comedians that were there, a lot of queens. And, the best part of the evening was that when we finished performing, we all got crowns. And I did bring my crown to work with me today, but I left it in my office. I'm hiding out in a different office right now.
Okay. Cool. You hide it out in a different office. And I think we do have Bernice in the house. Bernice, Miss Smith, are you here with us this there go Lady D. Hey Bernice, how you doing, sugar?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed, especially to hear your beautiful voice. I got two beautiful women on the line with me this morning. I have Michelle and I have my baby Bernice. I feel good. I feel blessed that you ladies I could be in you guys' presence. You just don't know how much you guys make me uh feel good, make me happy.
Thank
That
you.
that I'm happy that you guys are around. Now, today's topic, we're going to talk about who complains more, men or women. Um, this preacher now, this pastor. Wait till you guys see this video. This pastor, and he's going on in his ranting and his raving, and I did a poll, okay, about what he's talking about women are not happy, they want this, that, and the other. I did a poll, right? Of all the females I know, the ten females, out of the 10 females, this guy was saying that the women aren't working, that the man is providing, he's out busting his butt, he's bringing home the bacon, so she can do whatever she's doing. He's taking care of all of her needs. And he's saying, why is she complaining? And I'm saying to myself, wow, if I had a man that took care of all my needs like that, why would I be complaining either? Then I look around. I'm like, well, where is this imaginary man at? Because out of the 10 women, I did a survey, out of 10 women, everybody worked. Every woman work. Every woman take care of themselves, take care of the house, take care of the clean. They're single mothers. And there is only one relationship that was actually a marriage, and she still works and take care of the house and do everything else as well. So what women is he talking about that the man does everything for, and they come home and they complain, you don't spend no time with me. Boo, let me tell you something right now, okay? If you're working all day and you're bringing home to take care of me and my needs, make sure everything is met, our needs are met, forget quality time, 30 minutes, boo, 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 boo. That's all the quality time you need because you got to go to work tomorrow. You know, so I don't get this. Where is this man from? And where do they do it at? Because if these men are like that where he from, I need to order 10 men for all my 10 single females so we can get on this goodness. If there's a man out there doing all that goodness and looking for good women, I know 10 good women. Shoot. Amen. Can I get amen, ladies?
Amen.
But before I start getting on my high horse to signify, y'all got to check this man out. Molly, roll this clip. This man funny. He's too funny.
All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of YouTube's Pastor Dow. There's no secret I'm a pastor. And oftentimes, I hear a lot from the women. I hear a lot from men, but I hear a lot from the women. And whenever both of them come, when they come into counseling, or if one has something to say about another, it's always, this is what always happens. Always happens. The men are more concerned with functionality. They're more concerned about solutions. The woman, she's always busy putting forth the finger. She's always saying, he don't do this. He don't do that. He ain't this. He ain't that. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. He should be doing this for me. He should be making me this. He should be making me happy. Everything is always self-centered, self-focused on them. I never, ever, ever hear the men in meetings say to me, and while the wife is there, they never, ever say this. I wonder why. I guess because women are so used to rocking men on their heels with putting forth the finger and then making them answer allegations and questions that men never, ever come up with it because they're so used to accusing that they never, ever, ever get accused. For instance, I often say to the women, I say, I hear all these things that you're saying about him. And what I do see is you have a roof over your head, you have clothes on your back, you have shoes on your feet, you have food in your mouth, and the children are being taken care of. So what's your complaint? Then they'll start again, trying to rip and tear him down. I go, okay, how about this? Let me ask you a question. Are you a woman of a meek and quiet spirit? Are you a woman that talks too much? You talk excessively. Are you a woman that constantly challenges the authority of your husband and talk back to him and buck up to him? They never answer any of that. Never answer. They go right back into pointing fingers at the man again. You see, if you can so clearly see the man, woman, how is it that you can't clearly see it yourself? I mean, you can't clearly see yourself. Do you keep your home clean? Are you a chase keeper at home? Do you support your husband? Do you obey him? Do you live up to his expectations rather than him living up to yours? Let me repeat that one again. Do you live up to his expectations rather than him living up to yours? Said feminism and all this other junk keeps coming out, don't it? The underlying motive of what it is. Utterly amazing, isn't it? See, rather than life being about your husband, who is charged to provide for you, you know what you're charged to do equally? You're charged to obey him. You're charged to submit to him. You're charged to, he has the rule over you. Oh, wait a minute. So many of you people who hate the Bible might as well just throw it on out. Throw it out. Yeah, you're charged to raise his children. Man, all the manifestations start coming. Then all of a sudden, the way that the woman is acting is unimportant. All of a sudden, this covenant that they so-called have is very unbalanced. The covenant really truly is. It ain't about the man's best interest. It's all about me. I'm here. The man's taking care of me, and I'm sitting on my ass spreading it. That's right. And all I do is murmur, gripe, complain. And when you really truly get down to it, what is there to really truly murmur and gripe, complain about? I mean, think about this. I'm gonna be real now. I'm straight up keeping it 100 now.
Keep it real.
Woman, if you have a man that is working and he's keeping a roof over your head, food in your mouth, keeping you clothed and the children clothed, doing all the things that he can do as a man, giving you time. And by one of the time things is not one of the things that's mentioned in the Bible as far as one of the prerequisites of being married. You're going to have time, but this man got to work. I mean, back in the day, a man had to get up early in the morning, and he may be gone all day for a day or 2 or 3 days so he can come back and bring something home from the kill. And then guess who had to prepare it? Do you prepare it? Or does your husband do the cooking in the house? See, all this rather than putting forth the finger, how about you looking at yourself and seeing you for really truly who you are? You do all this murmuring, you do all this griping and all this snobbing and complaining and stuff, but are you playing your role? How are you functioning in your role? Are you a woman of a meek and quiet spirit? Huh? Are you? Are you a respected, honorable woman? Do you carry yourself as a woman? Are you a good mother? Do you school your children? Do you make sure that the children is taken care of? Do you put your family first before yourself? Because that's, hey, in a nutshell, all the disgruntledness, all the uneasiness, all the complaining, every single bit of it is all because life is not being lived the way that the woman think that it should be. And don't think, sisters, that I'm against you. You just heard that video what my wife and I just did. It's called I'm Leaving. Go back and check it out real quick and you see the perspective. It's amazing.
Is she leaving?
Don't sit up and tell me that I don't know nothing about being married. Listen, when I married Sister Carol, she was a virgin. You understand that? And we've been married 33 years. Y'all listen to that. So don't tell me I don't know anything about being married. Don't tell me I don't know how. I give counsel to thousands of people all the time. And what a hard-headed, stubborn generation we are too. See, even in this, you know, a righteous man and a righteous woman, they love correction, but correction is grievous unto them who hate the truth and hate the way. It's the truth. Utterly amazing. The hypocrites that we are. We, you know, all this visceral and all this putting forth of the finger and never really truly being able to see yourself. It's utterly amazing to me. It's probably the reason why I'm one of the, not only when people love me, man, they love me and they love me with all their heart. But when they hate me, ooh, they hate me. And you ask them, well, why do you hate Pastor Dow? All you hear is noise. You don't hear any facts. All you hear is accusations. You don't hear any facts. That's all you hear. All you hear is emotion. They can't tell you what it is. What I said, what I stand for. That's what they hate. Just got a picture of another teenage girl. Her mother, them kicked the traces from the ministry. And boy, ain't even been a good month or two where she at. She out there on Facebook, sporting her new style, makeup, whole 9 yards, hair, everything done, and can't even smile in the photo. Looks depressed as I don't know what. Utterly amazing. Anyway, again, I said have a good weekend, meaning I wanted it to be the last video, but hey, y'all have a good weekend.
Building your online business?
Okay. Now, this pastor, I don't know where he's from, because clearly he's not from the DMV. This pastor, you can only, sir, you can only speak about your sphere of influence. You can only speak about what you go through and the type of woman you pick and in your group. Because, like I said, when I did the survey of the 10 women that I knew, mostly all of us were single, but all of us we worked. Nobody was sitting down getting big. Nobody had that man to come home and do all of that great stuff for them. And like you said, because if we did have that man in place that we could follow and be submissive to, we would be happy. We wouldn't be complaining. But down here in the DMV, men like that are far and few in between, honey.
Thank God.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna speak on both behalves. He a pastor, and I grew up in church. So he want to talk about how he talked about how a woman should honor her husband. But I'm gonna go with this. Ephesians 5:25 said, "Husbands, love your wife, even as Christ has loved the church." So, and gave himself for it. Now, there's a lot of scriptures I could go into. It say, "Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them." Now, the Bible speaks about women being emotional creatures. In the Bible, it says it's better to be on the rooftop of a house than to be in a house with a brawling woman. Now, see, I can say my son was one of them men. He paid all the bills. She worked, but she kept all her money. He didn't require her to pay anything. And she did complain because it wasn't enough for her. On the other hand, I'm going to say, even though you're a working man, and this is what I tell men when I'm dating, look, baby, if you out there working, because I don't ask you to pay my bills. I'd rather suffer than ask you for anything. Because my father told me anything a man wants you to have, he'll give to you. So for me, babe, look, you working all the time, that's fine. But when you get off from work, just come lay in my bed. Let me know that you're thinking about me. So there are, I guess, different sides to each situation. It depends on who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a mature woman, now they got to think about this. You sitting in the house with the kids all day, blah, 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 you're going to be cranky. My grandma told me a woman like a stove. If the gas don't have the escape, what it's going to do? Blow up.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to look at that all aspects. Now, I'm not talking about the women who just nag. Because I had a friend. He worked all the time, gave his wife the best of everything. Do you know what she did? She cheated on him and gave him HIV.
Oh my word.
My God.
Oh my word.
So, there are negative and there are positive. That's why it's so important. And I tell everybody, let's be friends before we become lovers, partners,
Amen.
or whatever. Because I need to know who you are. You need to know who I am, because I'm straightforward. I'm going to tell you my good and I'm going to tell you my bad, because I got a mouth on me. But I'm not one of them women to nag, because I'm going to sit down and talk to you. And my thing is this. If it fall on deaf ears continuously, I'm out the door mentally before I am, physically. So we got to look at all aspects. When he preaching that stuff, he need to preach both sides. Yeah, some of these, but we are emotional creatures, period, point blank.
Yep.
Yeah. Michelle, what is your take on that? And because you and Bernice been married before. I haven't. I haven't found that right one for me to make that commitment. But when he was saying about you guys are supposed to be submissive, you're supposed to take care of the kids, you're supposed to do all that. I mean, most women I know do that anyway, right? They're married, they work, they come home, they clean, they get the kids ready and take care of everything anyway. I mean, I don't know any women like in my circle that does nothing, that that sits. And I did the survey, and you and Bernice was included in my survey. All of you guys are working women. Every woman that I did 10 women. Every woman is working. Every woman is doing something. So I don't. Oh, Molly said he's talking about the woman at his church. Maybe at his. Where is his church at?
So every woman,
I don't know. But
every woman in his church like that, that's a shame. I don't want to go to that church.
But Michelle, the question on you about us nagging and complaining. If you had a man that did everything that this guy is describing, do you nag? Did you complain?
All right. So, Lady B, you're on point with it. I don't know why people are in a rush to jump into relationships without knowing anyone. what's so wrong with being friends and getting to know somebody? Because I can tell you for certain that I've seen people who are in relationships who treat their partners like crap, but treat their friends very well. And I could say, being in my position that I was married, I worked, my ex-husband worked, we had 3 kids. He was providing, he was doing the things he was supposed to do, but was I getting the emotional connection? Was I getting the love that I wanted? I mean, I had food on the table, a roof over my head, and I had a man who, if he didn't like what I had on, would say to me, "Are you sure you should be wearing that? That looks stupid." So again, and how that man was speaking, I mean, I'm respectful of the man being in the church, and this is how some people are comfortable with living their lives. What I was not comfortable with was, it sounded like this man wanted a servant, not a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Or your mama. You want your mama to come and take care of you? Have your mama take care of you. Don't get married. Because it does work both ways, and I'm not gonna put women in a spotlight that we do nothing wrong, because we're human beings. And being in relationships with another person, when you start to feel like you're being taken for granted, and you've put your all into it, and you've given this person all your love and every bit of you, and they still, no offense, shit on it. Okay, good, thanks for paying my bills and taking care of me and the kids, but you shit on everything I do. That's not being grateful for your partner. That's not being thankful for what's that?
Is that complaining though? When you're saying, are you complaining? That's what I'm asking. Is that complaining?
I mean, I honestly, I would complain here and there, but again, when it fell on deaf ears, I would just, try to do everything that I could to make sure that I didn't have to hear the complaining. And, that was my fault. I take responsibility for my second marriage, because I was one of those women that was just trying to keep my husband happy, regardless of how I felt. And I went out and I cheated. I looked for the compassion and love and empathy from somebody else. I'm not making excuses for what I did, but I did get complaints about how things were. And after a while, I got tired of complaining. So you know what? Thank you. Thank you. And I did for my ex-husband what I needed to do. When he wanted it, I'd say, I would give it to him and say, okay, let's just, again, I met all the things that I had to do to a point. But when I got done with complaining and it just always would go back to the same thing, I started drinking, and I kept to myself, and just worried about taking care of me and taking care of him, so I did not have to hear him complain.
Wow.
I think it's a big difference in expressing what you're feeling and going through. See, too many people take it as complaining. Now, there are women out there, oh, this ain't right, and that ain't right, and I need this, and I need that. That's nagging. But when literally having an issue, my ex, I would go to him, because my mouth used to be terrible. My ex-husband would be like, somebody gonna punch you in the mouth. And my response was, when I get up, they better be gone, because I'm a killer. I had to check myself, and change what I was doing. So my ex, I was with him for 6 years, and I would sit down and talk to him. And first thing I would say is, baby, I love you, and I think you're a beautiful person, but I'm not getting this from you. And this is what I need. That's not nagging. That's communicating what you need from your partner. We are, again, emotional creatures. So we need that. Oh, baby, you feel beautiful. Don't stop telling me I'm beautiful. Like I heard somebody say, which I think was so wise, and they were married 50 plus years. He said, I still date my wife. And for me, that doesn't mean, oh, we got to go out and have expensive dinners, but give me that time. Let's have a movie night. Surprise me. Put something on the patio, because I'm going to do it for you. Because I consistently asked him, I said, baby, is there something I'm not giving you that you need? And his response was, no, I'm getting everything I need. So there's a big difference between nagging and communicating what's missing for you.
One of our viewers, Aya she said, lots of men are emotionally unavailable that women get into relationships with. Now, what do y'all say to that?
I'm just going to say, because Lady B was talking about us being emotional. We are emotional. Men and women are emotional, but I could be wrong, but because I don't have boys, I've only dated men. And from what I've seen, men aren't taught to acknowledge their emotions. Men are taught to be strong and push it down and keep going. And maybe us sharing our emotions may sound like we're nagging or complaining, but we're not. We're telling you how we feel, and if that makes you uncomfortable, sir, maybe you need to start checking on your emotions a little bit. And it's okay to have them.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of men say that they don't tune into their emotion because they quote unquote they think that makes them gay, or they be in like a punk mood if they're in tune with their emotions. Um, so a lot of men that's not emotionally available, if they're not emotionally available for themselves, how are they going to be emotionally available for us? And we women, we need to know these things before we get into these relationship with these people. Like you said, friends should be the first thing, because sometimes people don't work out in relationships as partners, and they get along better as friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, we didn't work out as lovers, but we're the best of friends. I know a lot of people, like that. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta respect that. And I also noticed what you said, Michelle, that men treat their significant others different than they treat their friends. I had a friend, he was like my best friend is a guy. And I noticed that we was like the best of buzz. Then he started lying to me like I was one of his girlfriends. And I'm like, whoa, 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 bro, hold, pump your brakes. We're not in no relationship like that. Why you lying and making excuses? What's going on? What I mean,
Mm-mm.
we buzz, we've been buzzed. Why are you trying to change up the norm? And that's because he was getting jealous. That, oh, you going out with this person, or you going out with that. He started developing feelings, and I didn't know, because I was always as a kid crushing on the person. But
Mm.
even though if I'm crushing, girls keep our crushes to ourselves. We don't act on it. You just like he a schoolgirl crush. But he started developing feelings. Then he started lying to me like he lied to the mother bras and chicks that he were dating. And I was like, whoa, 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 Tuffy, whoa. I'm not you not banging this. I'm not your girl like that. You don't have to come sideways. Why are you lying?
Mm.
What is Ernest saying? Ernest saying a lot. Ooh, wait a minute. It's blinking. It's blinking
Mm-hmm.
blue. Can y'all see what Ernest is saying?
Yes, some connections don't require emotions or feelings, and in most cases, a woman knows she's a temp. I'll be quiet. Ernest, why do I suddenly
She's
feel
a
attacked,
what?
Ernest?
She's
She's
a
a
what?
she's a temp. I mean, she's temporary. She's not
Temptress.
somebody he's willing to settle down with. And
Ah,
in response to that, my thing is honesty is always the best policy. Stop misleading people. If she's a temp, say that. Be man enough to say that. You got balls. Look down. Remember, you got balls, and tell
that's
her that,
right.
so she
That's
won't waste
right.
her. And
Cause
that's just point blank. And then speaking on what Michelle said, as far as men being not showing their emotions, the crazy thing is society tells our men that that's weak. Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
showing your
yep,
emotions? You a little bitch. You
yep,
excuse my expression, but I've heard them say it.
yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of our men, and I raised 6 boys, so and I know that you know I didn't teach them that. Oh, baby, you're human. And I
Mm-hmm.
tell my son that now. He said, "Mom," he said, "You're my mother. You're going to care." He said, "Well, I can't say that because a lot of mothers don't care." He said, "But the thing about it is," he said, "you're one person. What about the world? We're not allowed to uh, feel. We're not allowed to have a moment of weakness, or we're looked on as punks or in something of that nature." So the thing is, it's not necessarily taught by parents,
Mm-mm.
but the world says who they should be as men. And I told my son, I said, the world doesn't determine who you are. We have to go against the grain. Be who you are. Share your emotions with your woman, because if you're not sharing that, then she's going to feel like, okay, I'm not doing something right. And it starts to affect her, because most women, and I'm not going to say all, want to have that connection. I want to be your safe place. I want to let you know that even when you shed tears, I still see you as my king, my man. You know what I'm saying? So it's society putting a lot of these things into our men's head about who they should be. I told my son, you feel, share your, because I lost my son to suicide because he felt like that. If something happened and he had to come back home, he wouldn't stay long. He's like, nope, I can't do this. Because society tells him he's weak if he has a downfall. That's not weak. That's life. We all have ups and downs, period.
Good morning, Latrice. Y'all see what Latrice saying?
Let me see. Oh. Latrice says, nagging, complaining will always be considered as that. So therefore, to shut us down, we are considered nagging. It's called constructive criticism. The ones who say we are nagging are the ones who are emotionally unavailable. She said that's her opinion.
Yeah, Latrice, that's a good point. That is a good point. And I've seen that done firsthand. It was done to me. And I guess if we, like I tell my son all the time, I'm using him as an example when we're talking, and if we're adulting, that's what they call it now. They got a term called adulting. If we're adulting, and I ask you a question, you being a grown person, why can't you answer that question honestly? Why can't you? Why do you got to give me that blank stare like you looking through me through outer space? You're an adult. We trying to have a dialogue. We're trying to have a conversation to get to the root of the problem of what's going on. My son do it, and I see other men do it as well. And then they throw their hands up like, whatever, you right. Am I right? Or are you just emotionally checking out at that point? And then nothing is ever going to get solved. Because men complain more than women. Men complain too. When men get together, they complain, they confide and talk to one another as well, about what's going on.
Yeah, but I think the goal should be, that's why I kind of love the concept of you doing Freaky Friday, because we battling each other, and what we have to realize is we're not the enemy. We're not the enemy. If they can tear down the Black Union, they definitely will. Or unions, But the thing about it is, we have to learn from each other. Let's tell them what we need. Let them tell us what they need. We have to learn each other as individuals. That's why when my son was grown, I said, as your mother, when you were growing up, I knew how to love you because I knew you. I said, but now you're a man, so you have to tell me what you need from mom. What do you need from me? Because you're a grown man now. I can't coddle you and baby you, though I would love to protect them, as if they were still young kids, but they had to explain what they needed from me, because now there's a difference. You're a grown man. I can't baby you. I can't spoon feed you. You got to be out here in this world learning and growing. So that's the same thing when it comes, especially when you start new. You have to learn this person. Okay, what's your likes? What's your dislikes? And for me, I'm going to do my best not to do something that you dislike, but it has to be on both sides. This is hurting me. Hear me. If he say this is bothering me, we have to hear it and learn from each other and build each other, because right now we facing off. It's like a battle, and it shouldn't be that way. We should be able to have constructive conversations that educate each other.
This is another attempt, a part of the agenda to divide us all the time. And I'm gonna give you guys another example of dividing all the time. Mr. Ernest, Mr. Shea Butter 202 said, "Freaky Friday." He want to talk about sex. He want to get freaky and talk about the sex and stuff. I'm like, okay, it's an open forum. We could talk about that. This is not a battle of the sexes. I'm trying to have conversation with the sexes. So Ernest, if you want to talk about something, Ernest, that's just freaky to you, you can bring it up to the table and we'll discuss it. But everything don't have to be about sex, Ernest. Everything ain't got to be a sloppy toppy. Okay, I'm just saying. That's all. That's all I'm saying. As far as that,
And sex is more than physical. Sex is more than the physical act.
Say it. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's it. Say that.
Candace,
yeah.
Kenneth, or I mean, Ernest said something and Kenneth said something. Hey, Kenneth. Ernest says, okay, sounds like women need to be more humble based on what I'm learned, huh?
Humble. Oh, hold on. Humble. I see, and that's maybe
Ernest go to
some
that
do.
pastor church. That pastor,
Yeah.
Ernest,
But
that's your pastor.
yeah, maybe some women do need to learn humility, but so do some men. See, we got to stop generalizing people and putting in it a bunch. Oh, women. No, because don't judge me by what other women do, because I'm Bernice and I only answer for me. But
Yeah,
we
we
all
gotta
need to
stop
learn
doing
some
that.
humility.
And we gotta stop pointing fingers. Point fingers.
Right.
When it's
We all
all
need to
of
learn
us.
humility. It's not just about the woman. No, we ain't going there because I ain't throwing punches at no dude. Like I always say, if I'm starting over and I'm dating, look, I'm going to trust you till you give me reason not to. I'm not judging you according to what my ex did. You know what I'm saying? Because you're you. So if you do something, it's because of something you did, not because of something he did in the past. We got to
Oh,
stop that past. That doesn't even make sense to me. You
okay,
generalize.
Kenneth. Yeah, y'all see what Kenneth said? Thank you, Kenneth Clark, for listening and participating. Kenneth said, real talk. Men, we are ostracized, what did he say? Stigmatized, ostracized, stigmatized for being
Vulnerable.
um emotionally vulnerable. We are products and what is it? We are products and culture of our environment. Is that what he's saying, y'all? We
Yes,
are
and
products and
both.
culture of our environment.
Culture of our environment. I speak about this in the mentorship classes, and I do agree with them. They are stigmatized. They're like
Mhm.
I said before. They get abused for feeling, for displaying emotion, and it shouldn't be that way. Again, I say if you're not even in a relationship, but men should be able to come and have a safe place. Just like
Mhm.
women want to feel safe, they need to feel safe and loved and respected and built up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
some women take men for granted.
Bernice, we
Huh?
Mhm.
overlooked a very important thing. He said in his mentorship class, Kenneth, you got a mentorship class. We need to bring him on the show so he could talk to the other men and find out how we can get other men in this mentorship classes with men. Because he's doing something what we're talking
Mhm.
about. He's getting a group of men together and they're talking about their feelings, their emotions, and all of that, being stigmatized, ostracized, vulnerable, and everything in the culture. And that is what we need more of. Men
Mhm.
Yeah,
need more support group. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
women, we have our support group. Men need support group as well,
No
people.
support group, girl.
Huh?
I said, I don't have no support group. See, the thing
Who thinks
about
you do? We your support group.
thinking
Not
Yeah.
about thinking about that pastor and what he was saying about what a wife should be. See, I think some men take that and run with it. Oh,
I
you need
do.
to shut up. See, I grew up in the old school Pentecostal church where pastors they treated their women like slaves. The Bible say, put your wife on a pedestal. Love your wife as Christ loved the church. So
That's right.
if God loved us so much that He gave His life, that's a pure love. And we have just like we have instructions, you have instructions. But
Yep.
sometimes men can take that to the extreme. I'm not your slave. I'm your wife. I'm a gift.
That's right.
Yep.
He
They're
he
taking
said
it
It's not
almost.
for
helpmate.
you.
He didn't
They
say
go to the
slave. He said he gave
obey
man
your
a
husband.
helpmate,
Yeah.
not a
Yeah,
slave.
right.
No, it's
They say,
it.
oh, obey your husband. But the thing is, are you a leader? Are you a true leader? Or are you just somebody who wants to dominate somebody? Come on now. Let's bring it to the table. You going to be a
Yep.
man and love me like you supposed to? I ain't
That's
got no
right.
problem. Okay, baby, you handle it. I'm good with that. Because I don't
Yeah.
want to carry the weight of the world for real, for real.
Sure don't. Like I said, I will
Mhm.
follow a man to the end of the earth that I could submit to. I'm not going to submit to these jokers out here, to these busted broke jokers, because they're coming in. These are vultures nowadays. I can't speak for all men, but that's coming in the way that the DMV, like I said, where that country got from that do all of this stuff. that people like just the other day, Joker going to say, "Can I come up your house and wait till I have to go to work? I come at your house to chill." My house is not a chill spot. It's not a kicking club. It's not a coffee shop. It's my dwelling, my fortress of solitude, where I go to get away from the rest of the world.
Right.
Rest of the world. If you want to kick it, if you want to hang out, then you say, "Let's meet at Starbucks. Let's conversate where they do that kind of stuff at."
That's it. That's
But
it.
you looking for me, what you cook? I know you got something good to eat. I had one joker. "Oh, I'm not gonna come over there and drink up your wine no more. Come invite me over. Invite me over to cook. Invite me over to this." No, Buster. Not once did he say, Reese, let me take you out. Let me take you out for a meal. He want me to invite him over to my house to cook my food that I bought, that I want to fetch, bought, and prepared. He want to put his feet under my table and smack his lips on some good old vittles. And that's not what we doing. That's not what we. Is that being submissive? Am I supposed to be submissive to this joker? Pretend like I'm your boyfriend? No, you not my boyfriend, nigga. What's wrong with you?
You think Alice in Wonderland?
You know,
We
you
ain't
make me go there. I don't want to go there. You know.
This isn't the caveman days. This isn't the caveman days where the man has to be the caveman hunter protector and walk around and knock us over the head.
Michelle, they ain't even gathering or hunting nothing. They coming over your house because they want you already
eating everything.
Look, you want me to cook? Bring the food.
That's it. I cook. Bring the food. I cook for you, baby. I ain't got no problem with it. Just like you want us to bring something to the table, you're going to sit at my table. You're going to get my services by me cooking so you can bring the food. And then that way we both did our part. How about that?
That's right. Instead of you coming to your table with my plate and fork in your hand. That's what you do. You ain't even got your own plate and fork. You coming with my plate and fork. You remember in prison a long time ago, they used to give you that tray and your cup. You done got somebody else tray and cup coming in there begging. Hands looking like cups and bowls. What you got for me? Only some advice. That's the only thing I got for you. Get from here.
Well, see, I think, and no disrespect to my sisters, my women, but I think part of the feminist movement has really messed up dating because we have a lot of gold diggers out here. Oh, you got to take me to a 5-star restaurant and they got this thing now. Oh, you want to talk to me? Cash at me. See, we old school. We ain't them gold diggers. I ain't trying to get in your pocket. Like I said,
I could have been cash apping Bernice. You saying that I could have been saying, "You want to talk to me? Cash at me."
Yeah. That's what a lot of females are doing, and they messing it up because for me, a simple day could be, "Come on, baby, let's go for a walk through the park and let's conversate and get to know each other." Because for real, if we going to a movie, how am I get to know you? We sitting there watching the movie and it's loud as hell.
That's right. Hey guys, I gotta jump off because I gotta get back to work. Thank you for having me on. Lady B, welcome back. It was great to hear your voice again. I am so thankful that you guys let me participate. Have a great day, you guys.
All right, December 16th, Michelle.
We're gonna be in Hagerstown.
Yeah, we give y'all all the particulars because I'm gonna make sure I'm trying to be at that show. Thank you. Yeah, love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yes. So Bernice, I did not know that people were doing that stuff, and you're absolutely right. They are messing up the way dating used to be. They're taking away. Let a man be a man. Where is it? I seen that this guy was getting ready to open the door for this girl. She was like, "I got it. I can do it myself." But that's a gentleman thing to do. Let him be chivalrous, even though you could let him open the door for you. Let him fix your seat. What is wrong with that? Do you know I've seen my grandparents, every time my grandparents got in their car, my granddaddy, no matter how long it took my grandmother to get to the car, he was there opening that door for my grandma.
Yeah.
I seen that with my own 2 eyes. You know, she may get out on her own, but granddaddy opened the door for her. And it's like we took away the man's ability to be a man. Let a man be a man. Let him have that. Let him take you to dinner. We so equal right moving. I got this. I got that. Can't no man do nothing for me. Da this, da that. If you feel like that, lady, then you're going to be alone, lady. if you feel like
Right.
can't no man do nothing for you, because you don't want no
Right.
man to do nothing for you. My
Right.
grandfather told me, as far as taking care of yourself, do not wait. There's a difference now. Do not wait for a man to take care of you. You take care of you. So that's why I went out there, got a job, and all of that stuff. I wasn't home sitting waiting for somebody to knock on my door to say, "Can I marry your daughter? Can I take care of your daughter?" I had to be the leader of my own destiny to make something happen for me. But that is not saying that I do not want or need or desire a man to help with the struggle, to make my load a little less heavier, to make it lighter, to grow with. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm welcoming to all men. Ernest used to say that women make excuses not today. That they'll look for something wrong. Again, Shea Butter Man, we're gonna throw you under the bus again, Shea Butter. Uh would say that we're looking for excuses, uh, not today. That a woman look for more excuses not today than today. Oh, we got a lot of comments, Bernice. Can you
Yeah.
see it?
Let me see. Okay. Pamela said that pastor should stop complaining about his wife, women, and pray about it. Latrice said picking and choosing what they want out of the Bible. The Bible also say if a man don't work, he don't eat.
That's right.
Gwen Factor. Hey, Gwen. Women are designed to aren't. She meant aren't designed to carry the weight of the world. It's one reason women are sickly with high blood pressure, obese, and fighting so much cancer from
That's
stress.
right.
And Latrice said, she said, shit, if you eat out my house more than a week, you buying groceries. Ernest said, word of the day is value. What's yours? Latrice says simplicity, but don't cheat me out of more because I am simple. Chivalry is not dead, and I am loving it. Latrice, DJ Slicky, woo. What it do, peeps? One love. uh, Ernest said, well, do you? I don't know what he was responding to.
Must be
Latrice,
talking to Latrice.
my dad will ask in a heartbeat, can you take care of my daughter? Not financially, because she can take care of herself, but financially and mentally.
Mm.
And that's a big part that's definitely missing. The money is good because I always tell guys, look, your material stuff, it don't impress me. Who are you? See, I want you to be able to understand me mentally, to understand what I need emotionally and things like that, because I want to understand the same for you. Because yeah, you can just have sex and you can get it off, but my thing is, it's a difference. It doesn't mean you're satisfied. Your body has released, but are you really satisfied? Did you really connect with that person? Are you getting fed mentally and emotionally? For me, sex is an art, and people just took it and made it, oh, it's simple. I'm going to get mine and I'm going to keep it moving. No,
Yeah,
it
they
should be
do it as
more than that.
exercise. It's
Right.
more
It
than
should be
exercise.
more
It's
than
supposed to
that.
be a connection. The reason why we supposed to copulate in the first place. They
Right.
cheapen everything. It's like they're just saying they're giving you cardboard and say, here, eat this to get full. You're full, but you're nowhere near satisfied. Your taste buds are dull. It's like that, in relationship with men and women.
And yeah, and the thing is, it's crazy because most relationships start out and they so good. They're so good. But the thing is, like I said, people get comfortable. We get complacent and we forget, this is what I did to get my partner. Let's do the same to keep it. And that go for men and women. I used to tell my man, I'd be like, baby, you look sexy in them jeans. You got to still do that stuff. Let them know that they're still attractive, that you still value them and you love them and you respect them, because a lot of men are feeling disrespected by women. And that's the truth. And a lot of women feel the same way because this society got things all jacked up, man, all jacked up. And if we don't take the time to correct it one by one, that's why I like the forum that I had at A Light for Rome, because you saw how the younger generation sat down with the older generation and we got to talking, and we got to understand some things that normally we probably would have never got out there.
That's right.
That's what we need to do. We need to sit in the room and look. and give people opportunities to talk. Let's not interrupt each other. Let's listen, not to respond, but to understand each other. We got to do that.
That's right. Instead of a battle of the sexes, like I said, no
Right.
battle is need to be conversation. I don't want to fight my sisters and brothers. I love my brothers and I love my sisters. I want to understand what's going on and why we can't get along better. We're trying to
Right.
bridge that gap, trying to bring families back together, trying to bring families back to families. Speaking of
Yeah.
families, the Gwen factor that she's part of my comedy family, she's my other sister too. You know, um, I know she got something going on this month. I can't think of all her things, but go ahead, type in it so we can shout it out. I don't know where. Look, I've been sick. I know Lady B been down and I've been down, but we've been trying to hold it down, you know. And I'm so glad. You just don't know how happy I am to hear your voice, Lady B. You sound
Uh,
like a little angel chirping. You you know that feisty, you know, because we like light and flint, you know, we flick off of each other, you know, that
yeah,
we spark that fire. I love that. I love that energy. I do.
yeah. I missed you too, sis. Trust me, I did.
But give me a
But
hug. That's so
things,
when I see
things,
you, I'm gonna hug your neck.
I can deal with that. Things happen in life, and you know, the thing about it is, it's crazy because sometimes you can. I was like at the event, I was like, God, I'm running with this. If I gotta crawl, whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. And He just brought that back to my remembrance. He was like, "Oh, so you gonna stop now? You told me what you were gonna do," and I just thought about that, and I'm like, I can't stop now. I can't because there's so much that needs to be done, and much as I feel like, okay, your voice not being heard, it's not working out the way you wanted to. Everything, like I said, if it's one person, the mother and daughter reached out to me. She said, "You don't know how much it means to me that you gave my daughter that moment." I said, it meant a lot to me because people need to hear. We need to hear. And that's why that conversation, it doesn't need to stop with a light for Rome. That's why I'm working on other events where we can sit down and we can just have an open conversation so that we can learn from each other and teach each other because this younger generation is feeling alone and we have more suicides now than ever before. And that's including our men because they're feeling this weight of who they should be. No, be you. We have to get the concept in our mind where, look, I'm going to be me. I'm going to live my life because if I don't take care of me, who else will? And we need to get that message across that men, you are valued, you are loved, even when you're a jackass like my boo E. We still love you. We still love you. We still respect you, and we're gonna do what we can to help you through this. They have to have a support system just like we do. And how beautiful would it be if we supported each other, men and women?
That's right. That is so true. That is. And speaking of support, we can support the Gwen Factor. She got a show tomorrow at Lucky Bar and Grill. What is it saying? She's headlining, and on December the 17th at Bar 210, the
For
comedy
comedy.
show.
He said
She
DM her for tickets, and tickets are available at the door if the show isn't sold out by date of. And she said, Waldorf tomorrow, Bryan's Road, DEX 17 with Shep Kelly from New Orleans
where?
and Kenneth
Oh, Chef
Parker.
Kelly. Yeah, it's wait a minute. Is that the food thing? The dinner? Is that
It may be because I think it's supposed to say, maybe it's supposed to say chef, but it says Shep Kelly from New Orleans. And Kenneth Clark said mental health is wealth. It surely is.
yes, Kenneth? Kenneth, we got to get you on the show. Can we get you to talk about your support group and all that good stuff? Uh, I know Kenneth because I be watching his show. If that's the same Kenneth, is my little Kenny that be with Hannibal? Is that the same Kenny?
I'm
Say,
not sure.
say yes or no. I think that's my Kenny. Look, I'm always putting a label on stuff like my Gwen, my Kenny, my Lady B, my Michelle. Yes, All of y'all are my babies, even my Ernest.
Ernest said, "Come get my shea butter. It helps with relationships and so many enhancement on IG and Butterman." Oh, I meant to tell you. I was on the bus, and this man was like, "Girl, you smell good." I said, "That's Butterman right there." He started laughing. He said, "What's Butterman?" I said, "The man who make this shea butter I'm wearing, baby."
Shea butter. So Ernest, they're gonna be coming after you. And DJ Slicky Woo Boo, we love you too. I can't forget Slicky Woo Boo. He said yes. Okay, so yes, that's my Kenny.
Yes, that's
yes,
him.
it's me. That's my Kenny.
Attitude Fierce said, "Good morning." Attitude Fierce. I know that's right.
I like that attitude fierce. That's right. And what's Ernest saying? Ernest is saying love.
Wait, I ain't see Ernest say it. And let me see.
I
He
saw
said,
his wig has come up. Get my
he said, "That's love." Gwen said, "I got mines." Yeah, I'm
good. And I be having it down at the club at Bar 210 because one of the comedians was like, "You got some lotion?" I said, "I got this shea butter. I don't even carry the lotion no more." And they was like, "Ooh." They was like, "Ooh."
I'm gonna do some reels for Butterman and put them out there and put some reels out there. Be like, "Come get this Butterman right here. This Butterman shea butter."
Look, my favorite scent is Flower Bomb. So if anybody need to know that he does have Flower Bomb shea butter, that's what I like. And it has a nice milk content when you put it on. And I put it on my arm because I have eczema, and I put it on my rough elbows, and it's not greasy. So, Ernest,
it leaves a nice sweet scent. I have Sweet Love, and it leaves a nice sweet scent. I like
love. That sounds pretty.
It's really good, really good. But I'm gonna do a couple reels for Butterman, and just put it out there. I got some followers. They may not like everything, but they see it because I see them saying it.
I see this. We need a scent of shea butter for Shades of Blue. What would go good? What shea butter would go good with Shades of Blue? Me and maybe we can get together and get Molly Seamoss and some butter, shea butter baby, and a good book and some mental health pamphlets, and do a gift basket for somebody.
Yeah, I make gift baskets. We got that. Oh, we got some more comments.
Okay.
Attitude Fish say, I'm subscribing now. I love your show. She said, and I've only been here 5 minutes. Ernest said, "All shucks." Kendra said, "I am here. Just hit me up." And he left his number in the comments. And Ernest Wiggins, he said, "Pink Sugar, Riri, Coco Chanel, and more."
Riri, that sounds like me. Reese. Riri, hi.
Oh, yep.
I love you, Gwen. We says, "I got mine and love." We love you. Look, I've been sick. Gwen, I'm gonna get you because I've been looking for you, and I'm like, she ain't even call and check on me. I was all crying alone in my chicken noodle soup. I was like,
I'm back to the jewelry, y'all. I'm about to have a $5 sale for my bracelets. Look, they make good stocking stuffers.
And are they blue? Look, we're gonna get a blue basket.
I got blue. I got all kinds of colors, but I definitely got some blue ones.
All right, we're gonna hook it up. We're gonna do a gift basket because I do got a T-shirt. I got mugs. I mean that we could give out to one of our viewers as a gift. We could do like a raffle thing.
Gwen was sick too. She was at the ER.
Oh my goodness! Everybody's got that respiratory thing. The Blue Phoenix is sick. Everybody been ill.
She's been in bed for 3 days.
See, I've been sick since that girl since the 22nd. I've been sick since November the 22nd when that girl came down at Bar 210.
Yeah, I'm thinking about a pop-up shop. I just gotta find a location. DJ Slicky Woo say, "Y'all funny today." Wow.
Well, because I'm glad I got my Bonnie and Clyde thing going. I got my Bernice with me.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, Gwen, I gotta call you so we can get caught up and everything. And I'm sorry, baby. I hope you feel better. You especially you gotta get better because you gotta perform tomorrow. I know you're gonna kill it at Lucky's Bar and Grill in Waldorf, Maryland.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna have to get a table at Taco Tuesday and bring some jewelry out there for people to see.
oh, beautiful. That is an idea. That is an idea, and then we could give our gift giveaway at Taco Tuesdays and Tequilas. We could
Yeah,
do the raffle and give the gift giveaway.
yeah, that'll work.
That is if Gwen let us squeeze in on her action. Can we
That's
squeeze
good.
in there, Gwen? And she let us squeeze in. Yeah,
She said definitely do that, B.
definitely we could do that. Wow. Okay. Whew. So today has ended another fabulous Freaky Friday. About who could play more. We still don't know who could play more, men or women. I will say this, and this is the God's honest truth. When a man is sick, when he's under the weather, he could play way more than any female. Because when a man down is sick, he's like a big old baby. I've seen it. I've lived it. I've experienced. I don't care how strong the man is. When that man get down sick, he like a big old baby. He gonna complain more when he's sick because they don't like doctors anyway. And you know they got to be half near death for them to
So
even
go
go
to
to
the
the
doctor.
doctor.
Yes, it do.
So
But
so
that's
so they complain, you know. But a woman, we get out of here, we go cook, clean, go to work, all everything sick and everything, carrying grocery bags, laundry, snicks, because we know we got to do what we got to do. You know, we hunker down and we still have to make it happen. But when y'all men get sick, y'all need your mommies
but
and
I love
chicken.
it. I love it because I get to cater to him and take care of him. I love making him feel better. You know what I'm saying? If that's the I don't want him to be sick, but if he do, that's my opportunity to let you know, baby, I got you. You know, so
Show the
hey,
love. So for all of
that's
y'all that's sick and shut in, give Bernice your number. This has been another episode of the Borderback Show. We are be back here on Monday. What is Monday's date, Bernice? Is that the 7th or
I
the
think
6th?
it's the second. Wait a
Uh,
minute.
the
I
6th.
ain't sure. Really.
Today is the 2nd. The 3rd. It's the 5th. No. Tomorrow's the 3rd. So yeah, Monday is the 5th. So, you know, this is a great stocking stuffer. Bernice gonna have some jewelry. We're gonna have all kinds of paparazzi stuff. Ernest gonna have some shea butter. Gwen gonna have some jokes for you. Go see her tomorrow night. And then again, I think on the 17th, you said Bar 210 again on the 17th. And Kenneth
Yeah,
gonna be coming on the show doing talking about what he gonna talk about. We're gonna get it all done for y'all.
that's
Believe that.
it. That's what R&B do. We make it happen. I love y'all.
R&B. We love y'all. See y'all Monday.
Molly.